We're gonna try loading up some 4570 in the 4590. I hope I don't blow up. Welcome back to Smok'n Jay's Garage. I'm finally out at the range with the new Winchester model 1886 in 4590. I've never shot the 4590 before, so it's going to be a new experience for me. This is 4590 right here in comparison with a 4570. Kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at here. We look at the same 45 caliber bullet. These are 305 grain if I'm not mistaken. A little bit more powder behind them though. So if you watch my original video with me first getting this out, I did say that we're going to try shooting 4570 in it. We're going to try that as well. We're going to do the 4590 first. We are going to see, we've got our spotting scope on our target, and we're going to see if I can hit anything. I'm going to go ahead and put my safety glasses on here. I've already got my ears on. Let's load up a couple rounds of, we're going to use the 4590 first. Load up a couple rounds of 4590. Recoil is not nearly as bad as what I anticipated. I got to compare it side by side with the 4590, but I don't think it was much worse than a 4570, and definitely less than what a 454 Casull is. Let's take a look down range. We'll load up a couple more rounds and we'll see what we got. There's enough recoil. Oh, that's way better. I squeeze those a lot better. We're actually going to take you down range and we'll show you this target. So my first three shots were like right here, here, and here. My first one I think was pretty good because I didn't know what to expect. My second one I was definitely anticipating some recoil. Really tried to squeeze in those second two, that second set of two that we shot. Really got those right in there nice in that group. Little off the bullseye, not a big deal to me because the gun is consistent. I can just bump the sights over a little bit and we are good to go. All right, we ran those couple of rounds of 4590. We did pretty good. We're gonna try some 4570 here. I got some lever revolution and I got whatever this is, I don't really know. I thought I had some lead nose, but I don't. So that's all right. We're gonna try reusing lever revolution. This is 325 grain. Well, those lever revolutions typically have a fair amount of recoil compared to like the 405 grain, those cowboy rounds in 4590 and 4570. They have more recoil than those 4590s do as well. But the gun didn't blow up. We'll see what we did here at the target. But with Winchester just coming out with this gun, there may be companies that start making 4590 again, which would be great. Availability and prices might come down, and then we can sight in our 4590 and keep shooting that. Just for fun, let's load up a couple of alternative 4590 and 4570. I always like to do this when I'm shooting guns that shoot multiple calibers, like a 44 Magnum with 44 Special or a 357 with 38 Special, just to see if the two different rounds back to back, if you have any issues with it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw a 4590 in there. I'm going to throw a 4570 in there. I'm going to throw another 4590 in there. And let's see if we have any issues with cycling. Jacket. But we'll go down range. I'll show you that target. Obviously, no issues with cycling the 4570 and the 4590 back to back. I have not made any sight adjustments. Everything is just the way it was out of the box. I knew that I was shooting a little bit high into the left on this target, it seemed like. Moved over to this target here, and you can see these are my two 4590s. This is my 4570. You can see how that ripped apart the paper a lot more than what those lead bullets did. A little bit high off to the left. Again, this is, I'm on a bench, but I'm just holding it. So if I had a bipod, or if I was actually putting this on sandbags, I think that the gun would be shooting a lot better. This is me. I think that the gun's obviously going to group a lot better than this. I didn't bring my sandbags today. Maybe I can get something over here to actually put it on some sandbags, or put something on it so that we can take the me out of this and just see what the gun actually does. All right, I got this set up here. This is not ideal, but it's going to take some of the me out of this, hopefully, and give us a little bit better idea of what the actual gun is going to do. Now, on the usual price and availability of the ammo, like I said, these are going to be 4570. Well, a 2x6 with a towel maybe is not the ideal thing, but you can see over here, actually fairly consistent in that group. That's a pretty big group, but fairly consistent with the group that I had when I was shooting it just with my elbow on my case. Not at all unhappy with it. Still think that's a lot of me in there and not so much the gun, but it's chambering, it's cycling everything really good. We don't have any issues loading, and we don't have any issues cycling anything. Don't have any issues with the short stroke. I was a little bit worried originally, and I guess I'm making a conscious effort. You know, that 4590 especially, it's a long round. I got to make sure that I don't short stroke that. That hasn't been an issue. As you saw, all of the strikes in my round were all a little bit to the left. I did go ahead and I bumped this sight over just a little bit to the right, because I think that that's going to help me out a little bit. I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this. I adjusted that windage over just a little bit, and right there is where we are. So I am really happy with that. Right on the bullseye, just about touching each other. Not quite. Not bad shooting for me. Not at all unhappy with the way the gun shoots. Just needed to bump that windage over just a little bit. Looks like we're in real good shape. Nah, not a whole lot, because again, the 4590 is expensive and hard to come by. But overall, absolutely love the gun. Very happy that I can shoot 4590 and 4570 together. I think I'm getting the two mixed up now. I think I said 4570 is expensive. Well, it is, but 4590 is more expensive. Love the gun. The gun is good looking. Again, the Winchester 1886. Super nice looking. No issues with chambering. No issues with firing. No issues with loading. It cycles nice and smooth, and typically, as you break in a gun, it only gets a little bit smoother. So if you're thinking you're looking for a new lever gun, the Winchester Model 1886 in 4590 might just be the gun for you. If you watch this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.